Let me start over. All right. All right. Everybody learns everything in the same way. Whether you're a little kid, an adult, or you have special needs, our brains process new information in exactly the same way. There's different styles, but learning has a very simple, universal procedure. You find out exactly what you're supposed to do, you practice it over and over again.
Oh no! Yeah!
Every task is actually a combination of individual steps chained together. This judo throw, seemingly a difficult physical feat, is actually a series of simple steps. This skateboard trick, also seemingly difficult, is a series of steps chained together. This high school geometry problem is also a series of steps. And there they are! Even social interactions are actually a combination of individual social behaviors chained together.
My opponent reaches for a collar tie. I'm going to trap his arm there. I'm going to make him keep it there.
Gain enough speed. Crouch down.
I'm going to step my foot across. Okay, and I'm going to bring my hips all the way through. And then this hand up.
Pop your board at the right spot. And then land on the right spot.
I'm going to pop them all the way through. To the mat right away. Step over. Squat. Pinch those knees together. Lift the hips for the top.
The boy here has nonverbal autism, and he's currently learning how to wash his hands. For him, following steps is vital because he struggles to understand abstract concepts. So, if even one step is missing, then he will not learn.
All right, the water off. Dry.
All right, hang it up. Basically, like, imagine that I was a space alien or something like that, another planet. How do you, like, could you explain to me how you would tie your shoes? So how do you tie your shoes?
I couldn't even tell you how I do it. So that's the hard part.
So we take a cord and we put it through the holes and we string it back and forth so that we can then
So it's like you might, like how grass is long and you could tie grass in a knot. So you need something like that, something like grass.
I don't think he knows what grass is. He's like,
Damn
Can
it.
I take over?
can't. I can't.
So take the two ends, wrap them like this, and pull them until they're tight, right? And then I would do a loop on this one and loop it around and catch it from the back end and then pull them until they're snug.
Bunny ears.
Yeah, there we go.
Is that
Yeah,
the noun
and then
bunny ears?
for the younger ones, I'd even do a double knot just so it doesn't come loose. So.
Job. Once we see a task as a series of steps, we can also see that the task itself is a step, which is chained to other tasks we've already learned. So if you can't dunk a basketball, it may be because you never learned how to jump. If you can't score the goal of the century, it may be because you never learned how to control the ball. And if you can't play two guitars at the same time, it may be because you never learned to play one. This newborn baby has never made any mistakes. She's never gotten a bad grade on a test, never wore the wrong clothes to a party. But when she grows up, she will make mistakes just like everybody else. This 10-month-old is currently learning how to walk, and she's making lots of mistakes. But what we call mistakes are actually her dealing with the steps that go into the task of walking. So each time she falls, she learns the balance and muscle memory so that she doesn't fall the next time.
I like that wood one because it's all heavy, so I know it's not going to slip for the most part, but man, she can't turn it.
We make mistakes until we have mastered the task. Mastery means being able to do something every time without mistakes or help. But the only way to reach that point is to make mistakes and then figure out which step we're messing up and why. Performance is where mastery is truly measured, and it comes in many forms. We perform when we're on a stage. We perform when we take a test. And we perform through the successful completion of everyday tasks. This piano player learned how to play piano by playing the piano. This barista learned how to make coffee by making coffee. This seamstress learned how to sew by sewing. And this flamboyant roller skater learned how to flamboyantly roller skate by roller skating, flamboyantly. This boy is learning that wind chimes make a ringing noise when touched. But to learn anything more complex, he'll probably need a lesson like this.
So what the kids are doing is they're taking a piece of pipe and they're going to cut it to different lengths, and as they're cutting it to different lengths, there's a formula they use. They can prove mathematically what the frequencies are, what the sound's going to be, what the tune's going to be, what the note's going to be, what the octaves are going to be.
Beethoven for Babies is a product that claims to be brain training for little ones. But what does it actually do to train a baby's brain? Let's check it out. Now, ask yourself this question. When Beethoven was a baby, what did he listen to? So how did you learn to tie your shoes? Did you take some magic shoe tying pill? Did you listen to a bunch of meditative music and suddenly the idea popped into your head? Look, if there's one thing I hope you take away from this video, it's this. Learning is simple, even when it's hard. If you find out exactly what you're supposed to do, and then embrace the mistakes that come with practice, you can learn anything, whether you have ADHD, autism, Down syndrome, whatever. I call my system Common Sense Special Ed. Why? Because that's the #1 tool I use, common sense. I look at what works, cut out the crap that doesn't, and then on we go to the magical land of solved problems. All right, buddy, you want to go?